afternoon, everyone. Today, we will be talking about new topic for grammar, and that topic would be about the conditionals. Alright, conditionals are used to speculate about what could happen, what might have happened, and what we wish would happen. Okay, so there are four types of these conditionals, but I'll be teaching you the first type and the second type. Okay. The first type of this conditional is we have the zero conditional. Okay, now when do we use this zero conditional? We use the zero conditional to talk about general truths. When we say general truths, it means it has scientific basis. It's always true. Okay, for example, if it rains, the grass gets wet. So our example sentence is, if it rains, the grass gets wet. Now, in the conditional sentence, we always have two clauses. So we have the first clause and we have the second clause. Okay. Now, when writing a conditional sentence, you don't have to write the first clause as it is or the second clause as it is. You can interchange the two clauses. So let's have the first one. The first one, which has the word if, we call this the if clause, as it has the word if in it. Alright. And the second clause, we call this the main clause. The main clause. Okay. So, for our if clause, we use the simple present tense, rains. Alright? And for our main clause, we also use the simple present tense. So, to have a conditional sentence, the zero conditional sentence, for your if clause, you will have the simple present tense, and for your main clause, you will have your simple present tense as well. Now, you don't have to write your sentence as having like this, like the first one with the if clause and the second one would be like this. Now you can interchange, as what I said earlier. You can say, the grass gets wet if it rains. When you do that way, you don't put a comma. When it rains, or the grass gets wet when it rains, or if it rains. You don't put a comma for that. But if you're going to put the if clause in the first part of the sentence, you have to have a comma. So that's why you have a comma here. Okay. So that's for the zero conditional. The second type is the first conditional. Okay. So we have the first conditional. Now, when do we use this first conditional? We use the first conditional when we're talking about possible condition and its probable result. So, for example, if it rains, I will not go out. If it rains, I will not go out. So let's take a look at the structure of this sentence. For our if clause, we use the simple present tense, rains. Alright? And for our main clause, we use the simple future tense. When we say simple future tense, we can have will plus base form or can plus base form. We can have the word can for that. Alright, and for the negative form, we will just add the word not. Okay. So, if it rains, so it's probable, it's possible that I will not go out. But it's not always true. Okay, so that's why it's a first conditional. So again, you can interchange the two clauses. You can say, I will not go out if it rains. Alright. Okay, so let's have another example. For example, if My mom comes home. I will sleep early. Okay, so the same thing. We have the if clause, the word comes, the present tense, and for the main clause we have will sleep, which is simple future tense. Okay, so that's all for today, guys, and for my next video I'll be talking about the third type and the fourth type. So that's all for now.